You ain't enough. Why even try? You made a mistake. They won't believe you. Every voice in my head got an opinion to throw, judging my story when they don't even know. World full of echoes, truth drowned in sound, trying to find peace but it's nowhere around. They label, they shame, they twist what I said, call me the villain just asleep in their bed. But I walk through the crowd with my silence and scars, cause truth don't need noise, it just lives in the stars. In the noise I nearly lost my name. In the flames I almost blamed the flame, but I held on to the beat of my soul. Not noise is what makes you whole. People talk like thunder with empty intent, chasing the clout but forgetting the scent of honesty, loyalty, hearts that don't break. I stood in that storm with nothing but faith. Fingers pointed, my back to the wall. I counted every time I refused to fall, cause in the center of madness I found my poise. I ain't scared of truth, I'm just tired of the noise. They all spoke, but not one listened. They all judged, but never knew the mission. And yet in all that sound I heard something else, my own heartbeat, steady true. In the noise I nearly lost my name. In the flames I almost blamed the flame, but I held on to the beat of my soul. Cause silence, not noise, is what makes you whole. You're not wrong, keep walking. Truth has a voice too.
When the world got loud, I listened within, and there it was, me.
I used to chase every word in the wind, try to fit in, try to blend my skin. But the louder they spoke, the more I bent, till I cracked in the silence, my strength nearly spent. But broken don't mean done, it just means real. And pain's the only voice this world makes us feel. But under the rubble, behind the noise, I found a whisper. It was my voice. Didn't need a crowd to validate my way, didn't need applause just to seize the day. I learned to stand when no one cheered, and speak my truth through all I feared. One voice, one fire, one soul in the storm. I found my light where the shadows were born. One truth, no mask, no need to pretend. My truest friend. I don't echo the world, I vibrate new. I don't mimic their steps, I follow what's true. No stage, no mic, just a heart that knows that silence grows louder the deeper it goes. Every no they threw, every doubt they tossed, just sharpen my sound, I reclaimed what's lost. Now I'm not afraid to speak or rejoice, cause I live by the rhythm of that one true voice. One fire, one soul in the storm. I found my light where the shadows were born. One truth, no mask, no need to pretend. I walk with that voice, my truest friend. It's not the loudest, that's right. It's not the prettiest, that's true. It's the voice inside you, the one that never gave up on you. I hear you now, finally. One voice, one fire, one soul in the storm. I found my light where the shadows were born. One truth, my truest friend. My truest friend.
I hit the ground, but the ground didn't keep me.
Cracks in the armor, tears in my eyes. World spun cold while they fed me lies. I gave all I had, got nothing but pain. Still stood in the fire, walked through the rain. Tried to bury me deep, silence my name, but I rose from the dirt with a heart full of flame. Every stumble, every scar they gave built the path that made me brave. Yeah, I fall, but I don't break. Storms hit hard, but I still wake. You can bend me low, shake my soul, but I'll rise again. I stay whole. Fall, but not broken. Cry, but not lost. Strength got a price, and I paid the cost. Bruised but breathing, cracked but clean. Still holding tight to what they've never seen. I ain't the shout that echoes loud, I'm the silence that humbles the crowd. They mocked my fall like it meant defeat, but didn't see the fire under my feet. I never needed pity or fame, just space to grow and fuel the flame. I don't wear gold, I wear my pain. Turned every loss into righteous gain. I may go down, but don't you forget, a comeback's born where the tears are wet. Yeah, I fall, but I don't break. Storms hit hard, but I still wake. You can bend me low, shake my soul, but I'll rise again. I stay whole. Fall, but not broken. Cry, but not lost. Strength got a price, and I pay the cost. Don't fear the fall. It teaches you where the ground is. And once you rise, no one can take that from you. I fell, but I'm still standing, and that's enough. Don't fear the fall. Teaches you where the ground is. And once you rise, no one can take that from you. I fell, but I'm still standing, and that's enough. It didn't take much, just a spark, and I held on. Some nights I prayed without sound, eyes to the sky, feet on the ground. No answers came, just the echo of pain. But I lit one thought like a candle in rain. They said it was foolish, they said it was small, but that little light never let me fall. When the road went dark and hope got thin, faith was the whisper that lived within. Faith is a flame, not a fire you see. It's the spark in the soul that sets you free. When the world turns cold and shadows stay, it's faith that shows you another way. Tiny but timeless, quiet but strong. It kept me believing all along. Not every battle is loud or bold. Some are fought when your heart feels cold. I've walked with fear beside my side, but faith never left, it stayed and cried. It's not in temples or holy songs, it's in your chest where it's burned all along. I doubted, I questioned, but it never ceased. Even a flicker can carry you east. You don't need a mountain, just one small flame to melt the chains and rewrite your couldn't see it, but I felt it. Like a soft hand holding me in the dark. It was always there, waiting for me to believe again. It wasn't fire, it was faith, and that was enough.
Said I was wrong, but then the 11th one spoke. 10 fingers pointed, 10 eyes turned cold, 10 voices louder than truths I told. They judge the surface, not the soul inside. Left me standing where the truth would hide. They saw the cracks but not the fight, heard the noise but missed the light. I stayed silent, I stood my ground, waited for justice to come back around. Then came the 11th one, quiet and clear, cut through the lies I'd carried for years. One look, one word, and they knew what's true. Said I see you, and I believe you. In a world gone blind, in a crowd so loud, one voice rose above the crowd.
They didn't know the nights I wept, the battles I fought while they all slept.
But the 11th one, they heard my pain,
Spoke like sunlight after
the rain. Didn't need proof, just saw the soul. Didn't need fame to make me whole. They didn't save me, I saved myself. But they reminded me I wasn't by myself. They weren't a savior, just a sign that when you're right, truth takes time. Then came the 11th one, quiet and clear, cut through the lies I carried for years. One look, one word, and they knew what's true. Said I see you, and I believe you. In a world gone blind, in a crowd so loud, one voice rose above the crowd.
when no one stood, they did. When I doubted myself, they didn't. And suddenly it all felt worth it.
I didn't need 10 to believe in me. I just needed the one who did, the 11th one.
They called me wrong. They told me red. They turned away. But truth has a voice.
I whispered facts, they shouted lies. Truth buried under alibis. I walked through silence, walked alone. But justice ain't loud, it's fully grown. They laughed when I stood, mocked every claim. But truth don't die, it just changes its name. Like thunder rolling it. Truth moves slow, but always messy. Now the echoes of justice rise, breaking through their shell disguise. Every truth I planted in pain is growing strong and pouring rain. You can silence me, try to adjust it, but truth returns in echoes of justice.
They whispered lies into the wind, but my truth, it echoed back louder, brighter. And now they hear it too.
The echo is rising, justice is near, and this time they'll hear. Now the echoes of justice rise, breaking through their shallow disguise. Every truth I planted in pain is growing strong and pouring rain. You can silence me, try to adjust it, but truth returns in echoes of justice.
They tried to break me, but every wound became a reason to fly.
I carried pain like stones in my chest, built my strength while they gave me their worst test. Tears taught me more than lectures could. Scars mapped the path I misunderstood. I used to hide the hurt, ashamed of the fall, but now I wear it proud. I survived it all. Every bruise was just a page in my flight. Turned pain into poetry, dark into light. Wounds turned to wings and I learned to soar. What broke me then breaks me no more. From ashes I rose, from silence I sing, 'cause every hurt gave me my wings. They made me fall, but I rose with grace. Now I fly and they can't trace my pace. The cuts ran deep, but I grew through the cracks. You can't just push me back. Now I glide through storms with open arms, 'cause I found peace in past alarms. I'm not who I was, I've evolved, I've burned, but from every fire a lesson I've learned. Pain was my teacher, flight was the test. Now I don't run, I manifest. Don't fear the scars, they're just ink on skin. Proof that you fought and you let the light in. Wounds turn to wings and I learned to soar. What broke me then breaks me no more. From ashes I rose, from silence I sing, 'cause every hurt gave me my wings. They made me fall, but I rose with grace. Now I fly and they can't trace my pace. This pain was never the end. It was the push, the wind, the reason I fly. I don't just survive, I It's not the world that changed, it's how I see it now. I used to wake up to shadows and stress, carrying burdens I couldn't confess. The sky looked dull, the path unclear, but the fog is lifted, and now I see it near. It's not perfect, but it feels real, and every wound taught me how to feel. Now colors hit different, skies feel wide, 'cause there's light now in my eyes. There's light in my eyes and fire in my soul. peace in my steps and a heart made whole. I don't need the world to always be right, 'cause I walk in truth, I walk in light. No more hiding, no disguise, just joy and strength and light in my eyes. Smiles don't need a reason now, I laugh without wondering how. The past can rest, I've let it go. Planted my pain and watched it grow into freedom, into breath, into songs I sing with every step. I see the world with an open mind, grateful for all I had to find. The view's not new, but I am see. I finally became the best of me. There's light in my eyes and fire in my soul, peace in my steps and a heart made whole. I don't need the world to always be right, 'cause I walk in truth, I walk in light. No more hiding, no disguise, just joy and strength and light in my eyes. I searched for light in the world, but found it in me. There's light now, and it's mine. There's light in my eyes and fire in my soul, peace in my steps and a heart made whole. I don't need the world to always be right, 'cause I walk in truth, I walk in light. No more hiding, no disguise, just joy and strength and light in my eyes. Like the world that changed, ooh, it's how I see it work. There's light now, and it's mine.
I didn't understand it all, but I trusted, and that was enough.
I've walked through fire, I've cried in rain, held on to hope while carrying pain. There were days I asked, why me again? But silence was part of the Creator's plan. Doors that closed, roads that bent, people that left when my love was spent. But now I see what I couldn't then. The detours led to who I am. Every no, every tear, every delay was the Maker's hand shaping my way. I didn't see it, but He always ran a deeper story, the Creator's plan. It wasn't mine, but it was right, and that's why I'm standing in this light. I prayed for signs, begged for peace, wished for the storms and noise to cease. But faith ain't loud and growth ain't fast. The Creator builds things meant to last. What I lost was never mine to keep. He took it gently while I fell asleep. And when I woke, every fall that taught me grace, for every silence that shaped my faith, for every closed door that opened me. This wasn't luck, this wasn't love, this was the Creator's plan. I searched the skies, the world, the stars, but the light was always in me. I walked through shadows, cried in the storm, fell lost in the dark, bruised and torn. But every tear became my spark, every fall shaped who I am in the dark. Now I don't chase, I don't ask why, I rise with purpose, touch the sky. The world may flicker, but I stay bright, because deep in my soul I am the light. I am the light they tried to dim, the quiet strength from deep within. I shine not loud, but fierce and true. And I don't need the world to approve. No matter the night, no matter the fight, I don't follow light. I am the light. I don't need thrones, don't need a crown. I glow from the love that held me down. My truth, my scars, my endless flame burned brighter 'cause I stayed in the game. I've been the silence, I've been the sound, the voice that rose when none were around. They looked for proof, I just had faith. Now they see in my face. Let them wonder how I glow. Tell them I found it below, in the dark, in the pain, in the lessons, in the rain. I am the light they tried to dim, the quiet strength from deep within. I shine not loud, but fierce and true. And I don't need the world to approve. No matter the night, no matter the fight, I don't follow light. I am the light. I am the light. They told me to wait for the light, but I realized I was what I was waiting for. Not broken, not lost, not small. I am the light after it all. I am the light they tried to dim, the quiet strength from deep within. I shine not loud, but fierce and true. And I don't need the world to approve. No matter the night, no matter the fight, I don't follow light.